I'm delighted to be introducing Golden Shield, which has been incubating here at Inventa for quite a while. We're developing gold assets in Guyana. I'm going to make some forward-looking statements in this presentation. This is the management team. I'm serving as executive chairman. The main person here is Hilbert Shields, who's the CEO and president. Hilbert is a geologist with 35 years experience. He was the VP exploration for Golden Star from its inception, to when he was managing $90 million exploration budgets across 40 projects in Guyana. He's Guyanese and Canadian. He's extremely plugged in, obviously, in Guyana. He knows all the properties, and he knows the property owners, and he knows the higher levels of government. So he's kind of key to putting this together, and hence the reason why the company bears his name. On the right is Colin Porter, who has been in the field for 2 months, which is why I can't get a photo out of him, but the cartoon is not dissimilar. Colin is a structural PhD geologist with 25 years experience in West Africa, looking at exactly the kind of deposits that we're looking at in Guyana, and he's extremely capable and willing to spend long time in the field, which is great. I'll just skip over the rest of the people. Rory Harding is an investment banker, Guyanese, who came with Hilbert and really is helping Hilbert with in-country, looking at acquisitions and some of the corporate development side of the business. Grant Tanaka is part of the Inventa team. Alison Redford is an ex-premier of Alberta, who we came across because she's been working in the oil and gas side in Guyana, so she knows the government there. And she is really strong on the ESG side. She's done a lot of work with First Nations in Canada, and she's worked in Afghanistan. So she's extremely strong on the board. Janine Richardson is the CFO of ISO Energy, who brings a kind of some financial rigor to the board. And Velko, as I'm sure you know, is a rising superstar here at Inventa, and is also a director. So, in brief, why do we like Guyana? Well, it's because it's the same geology as West Africa, and the density of mines and the amount of gold found in West Africa is a lot higher than Guyana, and I think the reason for that is probably the lack of infrastructure in Guyana, which just hasn't facilitated exploration. But since 2015, there's been a huge oil boom in Guyana. Last year, growth was 30%. It was the fastest growing country in the world. And they're investing a huge amount in infrastructure, so that's changing rapidly, which I think is going to be good for exploration and good for capital costs for people who do actually end up developing mines there. And it's a very mining-friendly jurisdiction. There's been mines there. There's different types of mines there. We're happy with the regulatory environment. And I think that's shown in recent M&A and JV activity, which you kind of see ticking up in recent times. We've got 3 projects in the portfolio right now. The primary project is Merudi Mountain, where there's a historic resource of 350,000 ounces. Aracara is a large land package. It's had $25 million spent on it previously. And Fish Creek is a prospective license that's had some work done, an extensive gold at surface that we're going to give some further attention to. You can see the acquisition terms here. When we go public in January, we'll own 100% of Merudi and Aracara, having completed those transactions. And Fish Creek is stage payments, which we'll make over the next 4 years. And just on the right is where the projects are. Aracara and Fish Creek are in the same belt in the north near the coast, and Merudi is far south in a different belt that's probably continuous with the Tucano mine in Brazil, but is not really very well explored or understood right now. So Merudi was drilled historically, a total of about 30,000 meters drilling. You can see some of the previous drill results. I'll just pick one: 57 meters at 9.9 grams a ton. Now, we don't think these were drilled quite orthogonal to the strike of the deposit, so we're estimating true width. You see it in the column on the right there. But the grade is impressive, and the continuity is impressive, and it's a thick slab of mineralization is what it looks like. This is the interesting thing about Merudi is the drilling was done before the HeliMag survey was done, which you can see here. This is Colin Porter's structural interpretation overlaid on it. So the people who drilled this previously didn't have the benefit of this. And so you can see Mazoa Hill is where the 350,000 ounces are in the center there. There's another zone that was drilled called Merudi North. And then there's a series of other prospects that haven't been drilled that we've picked out that have the criteria of having surface workings, gold at surface, the right geophysics, and sitting in the right structural environment, we think. So we're going to work our way through those. We are currently drilling. We're drilling Merudi North to bring that historic resource into compliance and step out on that. And then we're going to work our way through the other targets and develop further ones. The drill right now is on Toucan Creek, and we're actually on our 9th hole. Aracara, as I said, is a large land package. 2 areas have been drilled, Gomez and Xenops, that you can see there, that have a lot of high-grade mineralization that's open, so we're going to be stepping out on that. There's 2 obvious geochemical anomalies that haven't been drill tested, Avio and McCaw. And there's other areas that we're following up around that, and we're looking at acquiring more land to kind of consolidate that claim block. Fish Creek, the yellow line there is the outline of what they call alluvial workings, which is saprolite workings, and you can see the scale bar down there. It's had a huge amount of gold taken out of it. We estimate about, well, more than 100,000 ounces. It hasn't really been drill tested under those surface mines. Golden Star drilled 2,800 meters, and it was from Hilbert's time there that he remembered it and wanted to put it into the package. So we're just compiling data there, and we'll get to drill testing that next year. Right now, we're completing a $2 million financing once private, which when we list in January, will after the money we've spent currently, which is around about $1 million, with $5 million in the bank, and that should see us through to H2 next year. And you can see we'll carry on drilling at Merudi. We'll get Aracara and Fish Creek to drill stage and begin drilling, and at that point we'll see what the market looks like, and at some point raise accordingly. This is the capital structure. As I say, we're currently doing the current $2 million raise at 85 cents, which once complete will leave us with 26.5 million shares. At an 85-cent share price, that's a market cap of 22.5 million. Back out the 5 million cash that we'll have in January, and the enterprise value is 17.5, which we think is pretty good for the team and the assets. So, as I say, we expect to list in January. We received conditional approval from the CSE, and we don't envisage not doing that.
When do you expect first drill results?
Well, the samples are currently in Merudi. We'll put them in the lab. As we're going through the CSE process, we can't have any material information come in, so we're going to be sure that we know we're listing before we get assays. But it'll be nice very early in the story to have assays coming out rather than have to wait. And I should emphasize at the same time, we're looking at a lot of acquisitions and other projects in the country to grow as well.